Number 9 is linked without breaks. In external martial arts, strength is contrived and is from crude force. It starts and stops. It has duration and cessation. When old strength is already depleted, the new strength has not yet been born. This is the window of opportunity. In Tai Chi, mind intent is used, not strength. It is continuous, without cessation, from beginning to end, a complete cycle, circling without end. It is said, move the energy as though drawing silk from a cocoon. So essential number 9, linked without breaks. It's essentially about continuous movement in Tai Chi. And that's really the symbol of Tai Chi, is the yin and yang symbol, that circle. We're not doing Tai Chi as if it's a start, stop, telegram. It's not a square where we stop and turn. It's this continuous motion. And like the yin and yang symbol, that energy is also our focus of continuous movement. In the yin and yang symbol, you're going from one side to the other, and one flows into the other like water. One is never 100% yang, 0% yin. It's a flow into one another, and that's what that energy needs to do as well. That's why we talk about keeping our joints open and loose in Tai Chi. We have delicate ladies' wrist so that we're never locked down and blocking that flow of energy. So continuous movement linked without breaks is not only connecting one movement to another, but allowing our body to be as open as possible so that energy can flow. So there are a couple principles that really apply with helping us with this continuous motion. One of them is looking for the circular patterns throughout Tai Chi. And one of them is substantial and insubstantial. So I'm going to turn towards the mirror. And the first movement that we're going to do is pushing Qi. And if you think of pushing Qi as simply pushing and going forward and back, you might be tempted to think of it as a linear motion. But we're not coming back and going forward in a straight line. This is not pushing Qi. There's a start and a stop to that. In pushing Qi, it really is a circular motion. And I'm going to turn just a little bit this way. And you can see that ball as I'm doing my pushing Qi. There's a circular motion to that movement. So we want to keep that circular flowing movement with all of our Tai Chi. Bring the right foot forward. And just very simply think about breathing in as you come towards your body and breathing out as you push away. As you do pushing Qi and you keep your hands soft, you keep your elbows dropped, keep your shoulders down. Think about the energy as you're breathing in and then as you're breathing out. Remember, the energy is expressed through the hands, rooted in the feet, stabilized through the legs, commanded by the waist, and expressed through the hands. That breathing in And breathing out pattern will help you feel that flow of the energy as well. Thinking of circular motions and incorporating substantial and insubstantial. Of course, one of the easiest movements to think about is wave hands like clouds. We can easily see the circles. They're right here in front of us. And as we practice stepping with our wave hands like clouds, we're utilizing that substantial and insubstantial to keep that motion going. There's another part to that circular motion, not just the circle of the ball here, but the circle of the rotation that's happening. Remember, the Dantian is the ruler, and all of that rotation is initiated through that Dantian. So I'm going to take a few steps here. Let's move to our left first, and then we'll move to the right with our wave hands like clouds. And I want you to feel how that rotation, that circular motion, and the water flowing, substantial and insubstantial, through our legs, that we're always in motion as we're doing our Tai Chi. Now we're going to step to the right. There's not a start nor a stop to this motion. It's like water flowing. One more. So now let's do our ward off sequence, and we're going to do it on both sides of the body just like we do in the form, and we'll do it just one time, and then I want you to experience something a little different with ward off. So taking a nice deep breath in, step out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. Bringing the weight over to the right, bringing it back to the left, stepping out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. So we learn the ward off sequence as a sequence, right? As a series. We learn to connect those movements and let them roll one into another, right? That's how we learn the ward off sequence, and that's really how all of our Tai Chi should feel. So let's break it apart and see how it's not supposed to feel. So do this with me. It will feel a little awkward, but don't worry, it's for a point. So what you're going to do is you're going to separate each movement, and we're going to do it with a little bit more force and tightness to our body. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to ward off. So let's do that. Hold that ball, step out, ward off, grasp that bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, and then push that sucker away from you, right? That doesn't feel very relaxing. You can feel the start and stop. The Essential talks about in external martial arts, there is a start and a stop to the energy. And that little point in between is a window of opportunity for your opponent. Because when you've expended all your energy, then you have to gather, there's that moment at which The new energy is not yet born. With Tai Chi, we want a continuous flow, just like the circle, just like that yin and yang symbol. We need to be continuously flowing one into another so that there isn't a start and a stop. So let's do the ward off sequence the way we would normally do it, taking a nice deep breath in here, stepping out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. Bringing the weight over to the right, back to the left, stepping out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail, roll back, rotate and press, pushing chi. Now let's do it again, and let's add the breath to it. Taking a nice deep breath in as you gather, breathing out as you ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Breathing in as you yield with this roll back. Breathing out as you press into your opponent. Breathing in at the first part of your pushing chi, and breathing out. Then breathing in as you prepare and gather. Breathing out, grasp the bird's tail. Breathe in as you roll back. Breathe out as you rotate and press. In and then out as you push against your opponent. So even with the feeling of that continuous motion, you can also see the circular motions in that ward-off sequence. Not only the circle of the ball of energy, but here this circular motion as you move into your ward-off. It's a circle as you come back down to roll back. A circle as you come back into your rotate and press, and then that circular push with pushing chi.